Hey guys, good afternoon. It's Rita here with your weekly update for Remax Premier. I'm a little late today. We've had different things going on this morning, so please forgive me for that. But I do want to go over what we've got in this email and what we've got going on for you this week. So as you know, June's coming to the end to a close, and that means that the first half of 2018 is coming to a close, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So with that, we are doing our mid-year business checkups where you'll meet with myself and Holly. You know that's coming. We want to wait till the June numbers are in. We're actually going to sit down and look at that, see what your goals were for the beginning of the year, where you are, what we can do to help either set new goals because you're already achieving the ones that you hopefully had set originally, or doing new goals, or help get you back on track. And with that, I figured that this week that I would do a pre-game class before those meetings to let's go over what it is that we're actually going to be looking at in those meetings and what information you're going to need to be prepared with in order to have those meetings, and start getting your brain in that channel of self-evaluation. We'll go over your numbers, but we'll look at some of the other characteristics that Holly and I are focusing on for you and your business moving forward. So I wanted to offer that up to you coming up. And then in addition to that, in this email, for some reason last week, and topics just kind of pop out to me, but the topic of self-awareness and self-actualization, understanding who you truly are, and was presented to me in several different conversations. But the funny thing is, it was always presented to me in the conversation in the way of someone not understanding that that's their personality and they keep these bad habits over and over again. And there was some quote when I was looking at this that's, if you meet 3 jerks in a week, maybe, it's not the jerks that you're meeting, maybe you're the jerk. So, a lot of times we'll meet people and they just are they're not aware of their self and how they come across to people and how they are handling themselves in different situations. We can see them as outsiders. We see those bad habits or those triggers or things that will spiral them into a particular path that we know they shouldn't go on, but they aren't seeing it for themselves. And so with that being presented to me in varying conversations, it piqued my interest. And so I did a little bit of research about it. And self-awareness is a huge topic in the self-improvement business building arena, because it is, many people think, a big definer for a good leader, someone who understands their strengths and their weaknesses, and then they can hire people on their team to address those weaker areas. That's going to be someone who's going to be able to lead better than someone who thinks they can do it all, or maybe even someone who doesn't think they can do anything and doesn't ever take that step to step out and do it. So down at the bottom in the motivation section, I'll scroll down there. I've got quite a bit of information, some really great articles. The first thing, a quote, is knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And I really loved that, because we do have to start with ourselves. I think loving yourself is the beginning of all love as well, too. You have to start with loving yourself. So start with yourself, take care of yourself, and then you will then have the ability to go and take care of other people. There's also an article here, what is self-awareness and how to develop it. And then I thought this was really interesting from a PowerPoint that I was going through. It was one of the slides, they talked about self-deception. So we talk about self-awareness, but are you actually deceiving yourself in some of your thoughts? Are you holding yourself to the same standards as you're demanding of other people? Do you make others out to be worse than they really are just to feel justified in what you think is right or what you think should have happened? I am privy to many conversations about negotiations and different things that happen within a real estate transaction. And so I think I get this little outside view of things, and sometimes I have to stop the person and say, now, why are we really going down this path? Like, what's the real motivation here? And sometimes it's just to stick it to them because they didn't do right by me, and we have to think that maybe is a trigger for us, that we like to get revenge or whatever it is, and we have to pull ourselves back. So being aware of those things that set you off, can really help you, especially in this business. We are such a people-driven business, and relationships are so important. So, and then the last one is for those of you who are wanting to go a little bit deeper in this. It's a very good article, but it is it's going to challenge you, and it's the 3 levels of self-awareness. And most people, if you travel down the path of self-awareness, you're going to get to level 1, like why do I do these types of things, or what am I doing that's, maybe negative, or maybe level 2, which is why am I doing these things? What's the reason that's causing me to do these things? But then there's level 3 where you really challenge yourself to avoid those specific behaviors. So it's a really great article. And then a final little comment there at the end, just for a little giggle. I got a couple articles in here. This top one is really just telling you AdWorks campaign through their partnership with RE/MAX has been extended until further notice, is what they're saying. So we used to always get an end date, and June 30th was the last end date that we got. Now they're extending it until further notice. So what this means is every time you take a new listing, you get a free ad online through AdWorks for 1 week. And all you need to do, you don't need to actually do anything, but what I'm encouraging you to do is go in to the MAX Center, click on the AdWorks tab, at least, if nothing else, add your seller's email address. That way your seller will see the ad when they're online, and then also they will get an email with all the impressions that ad had throughout the week. So go ahead and do that. We are, until further notice, going to continue having AdWorks. So that's a yay for RE/MAX. Also, Texas Association of Realtors had 2 emails that went out. One, how to disagree with a client. This is just in general in life. Some good tips with how to disagree with someone respectfully and not get people angry. Just a quick little reminder. And then this one's really great, extending the option period because the seller hasn't turned on the power. This actually just happened in our office. So read over that. Just make sure that you're up to date on the correct way to handle these different real estate transactions. As far as back agent, floor time, we have quite a few floor time shifts available. You can tell it's summertime, people are on vacation. So man, that is a huge opportunity for those of you who need to get some more business, or you're in town and I always used to love doing floor time when I needed to sit down and actually work on paperwork, because then you're here already and it's going to get you to sit down and actually do that, paperwork or computer work, getting stuff uploaded for different transactions. So we've got 5 shifts available right now. So be sure and jump on Back Agent and grab those shifts up. We have happy birthday to Jennifer Henry on June 28th. So happy birthday, Jen. And Kevin and Karen both are celebrating their 7-year anniversary with RE/MAX Premier. So I want to say thank you to you guys. I can't even imagine what RE/MAX Premier would be without Karen and Kevin. So we are very grateful to have you guys here. Your leadership and guidance is invaluable. So thank you for everything. And for what we've got going on, tomorrow on Tuesday, again, we're doing live Tech Tuesdays, and I'm going to focus on Gmail for beginners, but I'm going to be, I've done this class before, and a lot of people are switching to Gmail. I love Gmail. This class is going to be focusing on the new Gmail. So Gmail has done an update, and you may not have clicked the little button that says try the new Gmail yet. But if you haven't done that, I'll walk you through how to do that, and I'll show you some Gmail basics, but then some new features of the new Gmail, which are really great. So I think you'll love those. And then I want to remind you, on Wednesday, we do not have a meeting this week. We're on our summer schedule for the meetings. So our next meeting is actually a long time from now. It's not till July 11th because of the 4th of July holiday. So July 11th is our next meeting, and we'll have Happy Hump Day surprise on that July 11th meeting. And then Thursday is the pregame class that I talked about earlier for the mid-year business checkups, and then I will repeat that class on Friday, July 6th. So I hope to see you there. It would be helpful if you brought a laptop, but don't feel like you have to bring anything. I will provide everything that you need for those meetings. So just show up and listen, and I'll have handouts and different things that you can do to help get you ready. All right, that's what I got for you this week. Have a great one. We'll see you. Bye.